I'm here with Bruce Gradkowski. How are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Under the circumstances, it's hot, but I was like, I feel bad I'm hot, but they're out there and playing, so it's even hotter. First of all, I don't know if you'll remember, but last season or last training camp, I told you I was over there. I get press pass, and I was over there, and I told you that I really hoped you made it because you remind me of Rich Gannon, the attitude, and congratulations. I was like, don't get rid of my Bruce, man. First of all, what is the difference of this training camp for you as opposed to last season's?
Well, I think it's just a lot more comfortable. I've been around these guys last year, but I think the biggest thing is most of the coaches and these players have been around me during regular season games last year, and we played well on a couple of those games, and so it's exciting to keep it going from where we ended last year, and that's just the thing. We proved it during the season, during games, and that's the biggest thing. So we're looking forward to just doing it again this year and putting in longer runs and better games and really winning some big football games this year.
And last year, I hate saying it, but it seemed like our best games were when you're playing, for me, my opinion. And then to get injured, I was like, man, come on. That's got to be heartbreaking for you. You get your momentum going, get something going together, because what I noticed as a fan, it just seemed like the players really meshed well with you, and the playing was very different. And I don't want to disrespect him, but it was just very different. Do you think that we're going to see more of that this season with the team as a whole? Do you think they're really gelling together? Yeah,
I think the team as a whole, we're a lot better than last year. We've come together better as a football team this year, and and that's what's exciting. We're a true football team right now, and I think everyone understands we all have the same goal. It's winning the championship. So, and that's what we're all focused on. That's what we're going to go after as a team.
That's good. And I mean, I'm anticipating that Campbell's going to be starting, but I hope I get to see you. I don't want to say that bad on him. I don't want nothing bad to happen to him, but
you could have your opinion,
it's just, I just see, for me, Rich Gannon's my favorite.
Yeah.
And so I just see that fired up in you. You seem like you get upset if somebody's not doing something they're supposed to, and that's what I like. And a lot of people like that. I'm going to ask you a few questions for a kid's site, because I have adult site and a kid's site. First of all, what is your favorite food?
I love pizza, but I definitely love my grandmas when they cook, anything they cook, and my mom as well. But I really don't discriminate. I'll eat anything, but I could never go wrong with a big steak.
Oh yeah, that sounds good right now too. I think I might have one. How about what is in your iPod when you're working out?
I listen to everything, all the way from hip hop to country to hard rock, whatever it may be. So it just depends what kind of mood I'm in, but I really like John Legend and that kind of stuff.
Well, do you have a favorite all-time football player or a couple?
Dan Marino, that was my idol growing up in Pittsburgh, and but also Rich Gannon, like you said, I loved his attitude and the way he was a competitor, and same with like Joe Montana, winning those championships, and Steve Young. But so I just I like watching good football players play, good quarterbacks especially.
And I think that's why I like that position the best, is especially when they really study the game. Are you somebody that spends hours poring over film and studying the opposite team?
Yeah, you have to study. In this game, you're not going to be successful if you're not studying, and you have to know your offense in and out, and then you have to know the defense you're playing in and out. So it takes a lot of hard work, and I think people overlook how much work we put into it.
How's your feeling when I'm going to ask for the first time, and maybe not this season, but for the first time coming out of the tunnel in Oakland, how did it feel for you?
Well, it felt unbelievable. The fans here are awesome, and I think I'm more excited this year, though, because of the good stuff we put together last year. I'm excited to run out on the field this year when I'm in the game and see the fans' reaction.
Yeah, especially when we win. Yeah. You're going to hear it. I don't know. Can you guys hear us when you win? Can you hear us up there?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. The game a couple of seasons ago, we Tommy Kelly blocked the kick for the Bengals, or wait, was it the Browns? Excuse me. And we act like we won the Super Bowl. So does that get you guys excited as players too?
Oh yeah, we get excited when we hear the fans going nuts, and we hear you guys. We feel you, and you guys rub off on us. So that's exciting to get our fans into the football games, and we want you to be as loud as you can. I'm
a firm believer, though. I don't boo my own team no matter what. I'm like that. I'm like, no, I'm not booing them. One last thing. Any encouraging words for kids who are starting their football training in season?
Yeah, I think just work hard. Whatever you put into it, you'll get out of it. And I think it's a matter of how hard you want to work and how much time you want to put into it. That's what you'll get out of it. And to have dreams, as a kid, don't let anyone tell you can't, have big dreams and be something big. We all have different dreams, and to go for it. Hey, this is Bruce Gradkowski. Check out RaidersSideline.com.